starting off in DK Jungle Parkway. Apologies for the inconvenience there. We do see a red coming out right away onto Crash, but Jeff having those triple nanas. I think backs one of KG. Looking at the minimap, yeah, that was Luke. I expect Jeff to run this pretty effectively unless he gets sniped. The pack's still pretty tight, so that is possible. And this isn't too bad if you're KG now, even though you are 5, 6, 7. It's maybe one of them will chain a Mega or a Star here, but Merle's got to be careful he doesn't Mega Luke. That's the only issue. But yeah, you could chain into that last set. Last set chains are really, really good individually, but looks to me like Hawk chains a Star too, but Crash coming up all the way up to first to back him up. Top 2, 4, looks to me from E, but KG have the shock here. We'll see what happens up here. Nobody slows down in cannon.
Slow down to wait in the cannon. That's
I thought they should have done that. Yeah, that was detrimental to Ethereal.
So it looks like Noctil's going to be body blocking the cut, and no one blocks the normal cut.
Oh, Noctil actually stars up there. He actually stars up there. It is Noctil way in the back there. He was, he pretty much put himself in a position to do the dirty work to give E a little bit more of a break here. Crash is going to take this. Ryu's still chasing. They don't have it. And this is going to be pretty much a lock for E. There is a blue, though. This could change the spots around. And let's see if KG take the cut. Good backspam again from Crash.
People coming through cut. Still no shock being used, and Ethereal is just going to run that in top 2. What must have... Jeff, we saw him drop back from 2nd place, which was strange, because normally you would think that maybe Crash would drop back there. But maybe Jeff had like a bomb or something, and that's why none of the KG players took cut. Early bomb snipe from KG, and they're finally able to get some control up here in the top spots with the 2 Daisy streaming up to the top 2, and Luke putting on some pressure on Crash right now, who is itemless, and he's probably going to stay that way.
Both baggers sitting at the last set, which actually is not too bad of an idea.
Yeah, I'm very confused as to what KG... Java falls off trying to avoid a red. That's not what you want to do in top 2. I was very confused earlier, though. In the cave, we saw Javo took the 2nd tightest box in 1st place, and Mora also went for the same box, so they gave Crash an item in 3rd when he really should have.
Crash being very patient with this fib, trying to back it at the best time possible here. And that's actually a very good spot to back it, because the Penguin was coming wide, and he essentially just backed a backspin right in between the Penguin and the wall, but does get backed himself, unfortunately, for Crash. Neither bagger have the shock here. What would you do if you're Crash? Would you chain here and get up there? Or would you hold this a little bit longer?
I'd say probably hold it till like the cave set. Oh, no.
They pulled it right there.
Yeah, they must have got it. This could be like a top 4. If they can get Mora out of first somehow, like if one of them pulls a red or something. But
yeah, they were still 2-3 before they used that shock, so the spots are relatively mixed. They opted to use it there instead of waiting until the very end.
He got themselves into 2-3-4. KG has to go wide on that turn to get boxes, so they're going to get a little more space, but they still might be able to stream up at the end. And we could see a bill potentially from one of the baggers, or maybe like a bump attempt.
Smart for Crash to go wide there after the draft instead of trying to go tight and into some spots.
A couple players got really bumped, I think. I think Java was actually able to gain some spots at the end. Yeah, so Luke and Java did still end up getting pretty good spots. I feel like, in my opinion, they should have probably held that a little longer. They probably should have just forgot about first and just let Mura go and go for like a 2-3-4 and held it later. Because like I said, they gave all of KG the opportunity to pull shrooms in the cave. Catch up at the end. And even if they do use shock like relatively late, Ryu still has a chance to chain into last set. Or... If they use shock earlier, Ryu has more boxes to pull Bill and troll them at the end.
Ethereal, they've had a little bit of... they've had some heartbreaks in the past. You said Season 10, they lost to MS in the finals. And then in Season 12, they lost to Vitality in a best-of-3 series. That was when trolling was still popular. I believe it was undefeated. They went undefeated in Season 12, and then they lost to Vitality in the final. But now Ethereal is starting to get that momentum. In 2020, they won Spring Split, and they're doing very well so far in the first side tournament. Let's see if they can keep this up against Kinetolic Gaming.
As a bagger, it really sucks to just get Bill in 10th and just be out of the race.
And yeah, it seems like a lot of these races, Crash is just up in the front. We can't see too much in the back, but it looks to me like Ryu and Bobby are still going back here, neck and neck.
Yeah, it's surprising that they're still that close up until this point.
Ryu shrooms up in cut winning the bagging battle right now. Let's see if he tries to run away here, if he does have the shock.
First place, and they use the rest of their runners to slag just because
there it is from KG. Shock from KG, shocking into boxes there.
And it seems like all the work that Jeff and Hawk were doing, just being in second supporting Crash, allowed him to stay first by a good amount even after that shock.
It's going to be a 1-4 for Ethereal, I think 2-3. Murr in second, May in third. Let's see if May can get some back spams potentially
good
off.
Good bump from Ryu. Oh no, but Murr gets taken out a second somehow.
Yeah, it was a good bump, but Crash already had a bit of a break there going on. And unfortunately for Ryu, he didn't pull the bill there. RBC gets picked here, which is smart. I mean, you're occupying 3-4. Fourth could maybe draft first. He's going to have to predict Crash taking the odd line there, though. He does take the odd line to prevent the draft. But Murr still gets it off.
Are on lap 1, because I feel like lap 1 on this track is the most important lap.
That was a smart idea from Murr to throw that green off the wall there. It's a little bit harder to avoid, especially if you're behind second and you don't see that green coming, but it doesn't connect on anybody. Crash swimming up early. Maybe can back a banana here on Murr, but it's going to be a little risky.
Smart play by Hawk to take out Murr's banana, leaving him itemless. It made...
Oh, that's a good snipe, though.
But did he run into one of the... No, he didn't.
No.
So Murr is doing a really, really good job holding on first. There's a lot of pressure on him from all three of these players, and I don't know how the pack is spread out so much. Maybe Noctil or Kane made some kind of
target power coming in from KG as well. Crash is going to go then up to the middle of the pack. Pack's still pretty tight, and it looks like Havo actually got sniped. We'll see if anybody hits the ground items.
Red here is a lethal item to have. Looks like May doesn't have any protection, and he's going to
be running away with the shock.
Too. They're all right there. And this is devastating for them. There's nowhere to break the reds here. Oh, but Mike somehow gets the corner. He must have shroomed, I guess. Neither bagger has shock right now. I saw them fall off earlier, and now they're both waiting before the ramp. Unless one of them has it.
No, Ryu's sitting right now. He has the shock. There it is.
My. Yeah, I had no idea.
It's looking at like a very good race for KG. I believe Havo was still able to secure second. Worst case, though, 1-3 and bottom 2 for Ethereal.
Line 2, yeah. They played solid that race, especially Murr. His job being in first with 3 players breathing down his neck was really, really difficult. And he played super well. He got the snipe off. He didn't get bumped by the guy taking cut. He didn't get sniped or redded or anything. That was very, very solid stuff by him. That was so important that he held that.
Yeah, going in chronological order, getting the draft on Crash, even though Crash took the odd line. Didn't take too out of a line, though. It was like the predictable line going right and then going left, snaking that way. And then Murr sniping Crash in later in lap 1. Even though Crash was wide, Murr threw a fib intentionally on the tight line, predicting Crash would go back onto the tight line.
They're actually not picking
it. Okay. So they're still pulling the trigger on Moonview.
Yeah. Maybe the plan is still to go with 3 Daisies GB3 and pick it, but I would totally pick BC Weave.
Yeah, Murr's Daisy. He's the only Daisy right now, I think. But the fact that Murr is occupying first, it's interesting. I'm surprised they're not picking that, but they might have something up their sleeve here. It would have been a really nice option, though, for sure.
Yeah, I still think it could work out, because even if you have all bombed, it's still one of the best running tracks. But so is this one. So let's see how well they can hold this down.
Good avoidance, I think, from May, avoiding the bomb car attempt, a snipe attempt from Jeff, I believe. Yeah, Murr still first. Spots are relatively mixed. 1-3 for KG, 2-4-5 for Ethereal. Let's see how well May could hold off E all around him right now. But there's a triple reds.
May again getting ready with no protection. Crash has a chance to get up to second and maybe put some pressure on Murr right now.
Does he bump Jeff? No, not quite.
Same situation. Yeah, that was scary to not bump them. He had to be very careful. This is the same situation we saw last race, though, where Murr is pretty much just dealing with a whole army of Ethereal players behind him, and he's just trying to...
Murr's too far away for Crash to snipe, so as long as Murr can maintain good lines here, nothing's going to happen to him unless there's a blue, unfortunately.
Murr is pretty much set, though. His team does have a chance to catch up. I'm not sure who's in 7th.
Oh, he has to slow down because the potential of a bump here from Bobby. Crash almost gets bomb card there. Shock comes in from Ethereal, though. No, it was a prediction, actually, from Hawk.
Hawk had a star in a really high spot, though. It was like a reaction thing, you know? And who was that driving into the car? Was that... I was not paying attention to that person.
I see 2-3-4 for KG, though.
Yeah. I think that's still Hawk in first. And
yeah, it is.
Crash has the potential to do some serious damage right now. Is he going to
bomb snipe up here?
He's still holding it. Is he going to...
That was... Oh, he gets it off, I think... He gets it off?
Yeah, he gets Java on the line, and I think he lost a few spots to that. Right, a bottom 3 for KG coming out of that. I don't know what May got hit by. It seems like he might have carelessly hit some backspin on the turn when they were 2-3-4, and then with Java getting taken out on the line. This is a track that, again, lap 1 decides a lot of it, and they're so good at getting this draft and, getting a little bit of a lead, and it's really, really hard to do anything about this.
It is third occupied for Ethereal, top 4 early on for Ethereal. This is not what you want in a track like this. Very hard to catch up in. The only real shortcut is the lake.
They can get close enough to Shroom past.
Right. That was a POW coming in for KG. I thought that was a little early, though. I think they could have waited until Ethereal were all in the mud rather than just crash, but I think one of them was just trying to chain into a box.
I think Ethereal was in 7th, maybe? 7th or 6th, because I saw it looked like Murr got stop trolled in 8th, holding an item at the start of the lap. So I think they do have one Schlager doing the dirty work for them while the rest of them run.
If you're KG, you need the shock pretty much like almost right now, but neither bagger have the shock. I saw Ryu starring Bobby, still doing so, actually, I believe.
And Crash having
the onus is on Hava right now to maybe get Ethereal out of top spots, maybe bomb sniper, go for something here, but he's too far away from Crash, actually, to maybe get something off.
It seems like Ethereal pulled that POW because of where it was used, and that means that KG lost some of their items in mid spots, so any chance they have of dodging up at the end is pretty much done at this point.
Everything is being played out perfectly right now. And we haven't seen if there's any team close to perfect, it's them. And we haven't seen this in a few years in this game. You could argue that Metro Wipeout are in that same level, but Metro Wipeout have shown a few times that they do have a chink in their armor. Every once in a while, they would drop a game, or they would drop like a few GPs to teams like Moonblast, to teams like Phantasmagoria, to teams like Avail are a strong team, but they did lose out in the spring split quarterfinals against Avail. Maybe Superstitious to try. Okay, Noctil does make the rock as well as Noctil, but Mike took it first. 2, 3, 4, 5 for Ethereal right now.
Yeah.
But Ryu's already running. I would assume maybe he has a shot. We'll see if Bobby. Oh, early shot coming in for KG.
Right. KG shock, yeah, preventing E from taking cut in 2-3-4.
They didn't have shrooms anyway, but still a smart shock, I guess, to prevent that possibility.
Player in second had 2 shrooms. I think I saw shrooms drop in the top half.
Okay.
And Crash did have 1 shroom in 4th, so solid shock. They definitely made it close, but they're not in a winning position after that.
As long as Ethereal doesn't chain those lucky triple shrooms in the middle spots and KG can get the favorable items, this could work out, but it's still in favor of Ethereal because one of them's bound to pull triple shrooms in a mid spot here.
Right, and KG is already guaranteed 8th, and a Mega from Crash. There's definitely time for a last second shock to come in.
And we do see Jeff and Hawk taking cut there.
Yeah. It's up to Mike and Javo to get their items right here. And
I think there was a build coming in from Ryu. Ryu built at least one of them. He built Hawk.
Yeah, and it looks like KG was only able to get second after that race. Ooh, Hawk and Jeff both ended up in the back. They ended up getting like 6.
No, because they got build. Ryu build them after they respawn. That's where TNS comes into play. You can troll with the build. And that's one of the most overpowered spots in the game, actually. And that bill single-handedly brought Hawk and Jeff to 6-7. So that was a huge play there. But I still think overall it's a good format. It makes it a little more fair for the baggers.
All right. The only other spots I consider would be like the Parkway Bridge, and then like maybe I don't want to say it. Like the
Parkway Bridge should be banned, actually.
The other ones on, like, the next level after that are like the Maple Treeway Bridge, and then like I don't know, like some spot on Wario's Gold Mine or something where you respawn.
Yeah, good work from Crash to get that draft early. He drags the fib. So yeah, dragging the fib just made it so that he was vulnerable. He could have maybe backed the fib right away, but Crash thought that May was close enough to a point where he could have ran into that trail. I still think he should have backed it right away, though.
Then it looks like Ethereal's in 2-3-4.
Yeah.
And the baggers are very close right now, but it looks like Bobby just started going forwards. He may have pulled shock in midair on the ramp, or he probably has shock at this point, because that's a spot where you'd want to hide because it takes a while to get there, and now he can just run away forwards. So Bobby looks like he has the shock secured right now, and he's going to be getting the bagger point this race, so he's done a very good job so far.
And this is dangerous. This is dangerous if you're Ethereal, because actually first might have gotten blued, so the spots will probably be a little more mixed up here. But I was going to say that Ethereal were occupying top 2 and bottom 2. You could just dodge the mid, or you could dodge Crash and potentially Hawk here, and then TS the 3 and 4. They go for an early shock though.
Yeah, early shock because the TS is very predictable on this track, and that's going to be a huge.
I like that shock. Yeah, I like that.
Looks like Hawk has been chilling in first ever since that blue hit, and they're going to be top 3 right now. And Ryu is scrambling to get back and maybe try to pull one last bill and have a chance to take out some of them. But if that
Bobby's
doesn't,
gonna look to build a mid spot. Ryu, oh, he does connect with one.
Yeah. Wait, no, that was Bobby, and Bobby dropped
Oh.
a shroom onto Crash, and it almost ended up killing him, but he just slid right by. And he's gonna do the cool pull thing. Oh, but he didn't jump. I wanted to see him do that. People never do that anymore. That was such a throwback.
Very solid shock actually from Ethereal. Like you said before, unpredictable instead of waiting until the TS ramp there. I thought maybe they could have gone for it anyway because KG were all mid spots. Havo was in the back in the beginning, but I think he might have already like used his items to catch up. I thought that worst case, KG might have had like maybe one mega only, but it was still safe to go for that shock early on, dodge 2 people in the back. And BCW does come out from Ethereal though. And KG are a lot of the funkies actually. I think maybe Mura's still Daisy
only
here.
One Daisy in the room, and it might be Mura against the world for the 3rd time again on a running track where
Mura against the world. Yeah, indeed.
More like Mura against 3 good European players, but you get the idea. He's gonna have to take glitch. That's pretty much what their win condition is. They're gonna have to have one person unblock it and have Mura take it, and then control first and be able to keep the pack together.
And we could see Crash block the glitch here, actually. Oh, that's rough, actually, because hitting the wall there prevents him from blocking the glitch. Mura's just going to take it unless another one of E have something to block it with. He goes for the Hail Mary snipe, but Mura doesn't connect. That's a good idea, though.
That's a good try. I mean, what else are you going to do with a fib from that spot?
And he passed it. Oh, never mind.
So Mura decides to chain a mega instead of going for it. I guess he doesn't want to, throw away his race and give Ethereal.
Yeah, he didn't. I wasn't sure if he actually went for the glitch and missed it, but no, he actually just changed it there.
Jabo kind of just got deleted. He got redded and TC in 3rd at the same time.
But Jeff with that 8th place build.
Jeff uses the build to get up to 1st right away. So May DCs. Wait.
Oh, yeah, I think he did. The only way KG can come back here is if A, Mura take glitch. B, KG shock early. Oh, that bomb snipe from Mura though. That's a start.
I'd imagine Jeff blocked the glitch since he had plenty of boxes. Yep,
yeah, there it is.
It might not be blocked, but Mura is not going to try his odds at avoiding that anyway.
Mike's coming up too. This is a start for KG, and he pulls out those reds right on time as Crash was coming up.
Right, Oh, it looks like there was a blue.
And a blue coming onto Ethereal. Yeah, this could change around.
I think that got both of them.
Yeah.
Maybe
might have shared that.
A laggy or something, but all of a sudden Mura's in 1st, and Mike is up there too as well. Unless that was him getting hit, I'm not sure.
Quick change of spots there. That was surprising, but Mura with 1st. I don't think he's going to lose this, especially with his running power.
Mike still held his spot up there, so Ethereal is 3rd and nothing else.
Oh, and a backspin on Crash too. Bill and 7 for Crash.
That's huge. That's like a guaranteed top 2 spot pretty much.
So lucky if you're Crash.
Mura is absolutely gone. He's been playing great, and with Mike getting TC'd, now this build is going to take him all the way up to 2nd place, I think.
Bobby has the shock. This could change it around again.
And here it comes.
And bam, there it is. Not the dodge star 2.
Did he pull a red? Can he? No.
Nah.
Murray is going to be able to hold down 1st. He did a fantastic job once again, but I think it's a 2-3-4 for Ethereal, and that's pretty much going to wrap up winners finals.
I thought KG might have pulled that back. They were making the necessary plays to come back, but Ethereal with that shock securing,
the backup plan was too strong. It was almost better than the original plan.
KG teasing a comeback, but Bobby saying nope. And that is it. 2-3-4-5 for Ethereal.
And yeah, so now it is mathematically impossible for KG to win. They do have 1 race left to play, and I think it'll probably just be a 5v4. Ethereal will be moving on to the grand finals. They only have to win one more tournament, or one more war to take home the entire tournament and claim the CP and
the grand finals. And yeah, they are, keep in mind, they only need to win 1 match in the grand finals versus the team that comes up from losers bracket needing to win 2.
Dang, Ethereal, man. They're popping off lately. I wonder who it's going to be to take down Ethereal first. We've only seen them drop 1 game so far this season, and that was to Avail, and that was because of a trolling penalty, but I mean, I'd say Avail played really well. I think they deserved 1.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah,
that's
Avail,
why I really want to see MW pick them off.
Avail I still think even though they had that match against CB, that was just a really crazy match, I still think they're a little underrated. But then AV did drop a match today against who did they lose to? I forgot. Oh yeah, it was Apocalypse. They lost to Apocalypse by 2, so that's a bit of an upset right there, actually. But yeah, I think
it's good to see how much talent there is in the scene. There's a lot of good teams. We hit
a bit of a slump back in like 2018, 2019. There weren't too many teams, especially in Elite League season like 3 era, season 4 era. There weren't too many top teams, but now with MKPS, some of the top teams are coming back.
We're seeing a mix of some old players who were around long ago coming back, some people who have been at the top for a while, and some new teams that are making their way up there. It's interesting to see how it's shaping up so far, but I guess we'll just have to look forward to the rest of the tournaments coming up and the splits in the future as the series goes on.
And I think that's it for us. I think we hit up on a lot of the points. I guess the only thing we have left to talk about is the implications for Kinetolic Gaming, actually, now that they lost.
Right.
They lost. They're going to go on to the losers bracket, of course. They still have a chance. Keep in mind, they still have a chance to come back. They're going to be playing Velicor in the losers finals as they got the win over Wallywogs. So stay tuned for that one. And yeah, that'll be it for us.
We'll see you guys later.
Peace out.